Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. So today's video is a weighing update. Sorry it's not out sooner like I normally do post. I normally post quite soon after I've actually weighed in, but unfortunately I was just too busy on Monday that I just didn't get the chance to even sit down in front of this for 10 minutes. But that's mum life for you, isn't it? Working mum life, husband mum life, everything mum life. It's just the way that it is. So big apologies. Using this 10 minutes instead because I've just, you can probably tell that I'm in a different location to my normal updates. I'm actually sat in the Asda car parking lot, so hopefully I've kind of hidden myself in a corner, so I'm hoping that no one parks next to me and thinks I'm a right weirdo talking to my steering wheel, because that's where you're sat right now. But yeah, I've got a quick 10 minutes before I nip into Asda and get some midweek bits. I've just come from the doctor's appointment, and sorry for TMI, but yeah, I've just come from the doctor's appointment. I've just had my smear test, so if there's any girlies out there, please make sure you book in. This is your reminder if you haven't booked in already or you're overdue. So just wanted to put that out there because obviously being a midwife, I am all about your reproductive health, and smear test is definitely up there. So I've just had mine, and yeah, make sure you're booking for yours if you haven't. But anyway, that bit aside, let's crack on with what I'm actually here to talk about, and that is my weighing update. So I did weigh in on Monday. I've not avoided doing this because of that I've gained or anything like that. I haven't gained, I'll already put that out there. I have had a loss, but what have I lost? That is the question. Is it a decent amount? Isn't it a decent amount? If you follow me on Instagram, you're already going to know the answer, but I will get to it in a second. So I'm not going to keep loitering for too long, so don't worry. But just reflecting on the previous week about being on plan, everything was absolutely fine. Again, I'm using that word a lot because that is what it is. With doing this plan, you don't have like amazing weeks where everything was like super amazing. Likewise, you can have terrible weeks, don't get me wrong. You can have terrible weeks where you don't stick to the plan and you eat all the wrong things and you just don't do what it says on the tin. So you can definitely have terrible weeks. However, amazing weeks, not so much, because it is what it is. It's very set, it's very structured, it's very regimented. You've got certain things that you can eat, and as long as you eat those, you're sticking to plan. So yeah, it's fine. So apologies that I do use that word a lot, but that is what it is. So yeah, I've had a good week. I've stuck to everything that I should have done. I've eaten all my meals. I've not gone over my calories. I've made sure that I've eaten plenty of salady items, you know, so like when you're thinking of Slimming World, lots of speedy items, because obviously I have that proper decent evening meal where it's high in protein, and then also a lot of like fresh salady stuff and vegetables, very minimal on the carb element. I mean, it's not carb exclusive. Yeah, it's not just like avoiding carbs, because you still eat pasta on the diet, although it's in very, very small amounts in some of the meals and stuff like that. So it's not like a keto diet by any means, and I know I've explained this before, but it is a lot lower in carbs than what it would be normally. It's a bit like with the Slimming World SP. It's very similar to that, you know, speed and protein. In fact, yeah, that is actually what it is, speed and protein. So my evening meals are Slimming World's. You know, if you relate it to anything, it is Slimming World Speed and Protein, the SP side of things. And yeah, I've not struggled this week, which is really, really good. Those food cravings haven't been here, which again, the struggles that I have had previously, I'm putting it down to the fact that obviously Mother Nature, ovulating, those wonderful hormones playing a massive part in how I'm actually feeling food wise. And yeah, I've not actually craved anything or struggled this past week. So yeah, I've had a really, really good week on plan. I've drank all my water. I have found that if I don't actually watch how much I'm drinking, I can easily smash out 6 litres in a day, and it's not even a challenge to drink that amount. I have a big 2-litre bottle, and I fill that up on average about 3 times a day. And that's a lot of water. And like I say, that's with me now, not even trying to like chug the water. I just fill it up as soon as I get up in the morning, and then I carry it around with me all day. And like I say, I fill it up about 3 times. In fact, it's probably a little bit more than 2 litres, because obviously it has the little marker which it says 2 litres, and I always fill it right to the very top. So I'm making a conscious effort not to drink actually that much. As much as water is really, really important, too much water can actually be bad for you, because I'm going to flush out a lot of essential salts, electrolytes, minerals that my body needs to actually function. So I might feel stuff like fatigue more often. I might get more headaches because, again, my salt levels are low. You can flush out a lot of potassium. Yeah, it can be, drinking too much can actually be quite dangerous for you. So I've made a conscious effort with that this week to try and rein it back. Instead of having my big bottle, my 2 litre bottle, I've been carrying like a sippy cup. Oh, I normally leave it in the car. I've normally got it with me, but I haven't today. It's like a sippy cup. It's about that big. Got them on Amazon. They've got a straw in them. They look very much like a McDonald's cup, but they're like a plain colour. They change colour when you fill it up with cold water, so it changes to whatever the colour the lid is. And I have this red one, so it stands out. And that one, when it's filled to the very top, it's meant to be 700ml, but when you fill it up to the very top, it's 900ml. Again, I've weighed it all out because I'm sad like that. And I've been using that instead of using my 2 litre bottle, because I've found that I don't drink it as much because it's smaller, I think. So naturally I'm conserving the water, almost like I'm trying to hold on to it a little bit more. So I fill it up less often, but still using that, I am drinking on average 4.5 litres a day, because I do fill that up many times. And yeah, I'm drinking, because I'm tracking my water, I am drinking on average around about 4.5 litres a day. And I do find the more that I drink, the more that I want. It's just, again, a vicious cycle, and I have no problem with drinking water. It can be plain water, it is absolutely fine. My only thing is that it needs to be nice and cold. Doesn't need to be freezing, like it has to be in the fridge, but I need to run the tap for a minute and then, yeah, get it as cold as I possibly can do. So that's my only thing. So yeah, that's one thing that I've been making a conscious effort of not doing this past week. Obviously, today's Thursday. If I've not said it already, it's Thursday the 16th. Yeah, Thursday the 16th of May. So obviously I'm not too far away from another weigh-in, and I was making that conscious effort last week of not drinking too much water. I'm still continuing it this week to not drink too much water, and I'm just going to see how it goes. And so far so good. Like I say, I am quite thirsty. I'm a thirsty person, and don't worry, I haven't got diabetes. I know that's one of the side effects, like not the side effects, one of the symptoms of diabetes is like night sweats and insatiable thirst that you just can't quench. But I don't have diabetes. I'm okay. So yeah, that's my week pretty much in a nutshell. It's been good. I've not had any problems, thank goodness. Those cravings have gone, so the problem side of things obviously alleviates quite a lot because the cravings aren't there. So yeah, I'm just still in that mental state where I want to get to Target. And I have got quite a few friends at work and in personal life that are trying to lose weight themselves. And they're just like, oh, I can't resist it, and I need to eat it, and I'll try again tomorrow. Today wasn't a good day. I'll try again tomorrow. And I know this is going to sound really bad, but I know that when you're on a weight loss journey, it can be so hard to ignore those food cravings. But I've had a few people ask me, and like, how do you do it? How do you just stick to it and not succumb to the voices in your head or the food that's in front of you? How do you not eat it? And I literally, genuinely, as soon as I get that thought in my head that I want to eat something, that I really, really shouldn't be eating something, I stop myself, I take a step back, and this is like literal, this is what I do. I stop myself, I take a step back, and in my head, I'm just like, no. And I look at whatever it is, or I think about whatever it is that's going through my head that's making me want to deviate off my plan and off my weight loss goal. And I think about it in my head, and I think, right, if I was to eat this now, which I know isn't on plan, and I don't see the number that I want to see on the scale on Monday, how am I going to feel? Am I going to feel happy about it? Am I going to feel content about it? Or am I going to be absolutely gutted? The word that always comes into my head, the thought that always comes into my head is that I'll be really, really gutted, and I'll be really, really angry with myself. Like really angry with myself, because I will have just put another roadblock in my way for another week. Because the longer that I don't see the numbers on the scales that I want to see on the scales, or that I feel like I deserve on the scales, the longer I'm going to have to do this weight loss journey. So I stop myself and I say that to myself, and I'm like, no, just no. And it seems to pull me back. It really does seem to pull me back. Obviously, if you're going through the same and you're struggling, and you do that and you go, do you know what? Actually, I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. It's okay if I don't see the number on the scales, or I have a small gain if I eat this. Then go ahead and eat it. Absolutely go ahead and eat it and enjoy it, and don't carry any of the guilt whatsoever. Because if you're okay with that, which I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, if you're okay with it, then brilliant. I am actually really, really happy for you. I really am, because I wish I was kind of in that headspace, but I'm not. I'm very much in the headspace like, no, I'll be really, really angry with yourself because you've just ended up putting a roadblock in your way. And I think that's what I'm trying to say about like how my mind is just working at the moment to keep me on track, because there really isn't anything. And I know it's quite a toxic saying, so I don't mean it in the way that I'm going to say it, but there was always a saying that floated around in the past that nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Now, I don't want to be skinny. I really don't want to be skinny. But at this moment in time, nothing can taste as nice as getting to Target is going to feel. And once I get to Target, then I can eat all these things that I've been really wanting to eat in moderation, but I can eat them all. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah, I don't mean it in that toxic way, because, again, I don't want to be skinny. I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. I want to be an acceptable, healthy weight. That's what I want to be. So, yeah, don't want to be skinny. Never been a fan of skinny. But, yeah, so that's, again, I like to just share where my head is, because you might be in the same space and thinking, oh, is this normal, the way that I'm thinking? Does anyone else think like this? Or maybe you're struggling with something and you need to get into the same headspace, and then at least now you know how to navigate yourself that way. Or maybe you've not even started yet, and you want to know the kind of thoughts and feelings that you might be, like come accustomed to while you're on a dieting journey. So I do like to share it all, not just for you guys, but for myself as well, which again, I know I've said a million times before, but I feel like because you get new subscribers often and people will dip in and dip out of your videos, I feel like I need to repeat myself a lot, because of those people that do dip in and dip out. So they might have missed me saying something like a couple of weeks ago, or last week, or last month, or something like that. So apologies if you are regular, very, very regular, and I love you all. If I do sound like a parrot, I do apologise for that bit. My kids tell me all the time that I'm a parrot, that I'll say the same thing over and over again. So good luck to them when I'm extremely old and grey and I'm going over the same stuff all the time. They're like, Mum, shut up. But anyway, so I'll tell you my weight loss results, because like I said, I've already given that spoiler away that I have lost this week. And then I'll tell you my thoughts and feelings on it. And then I'm also going to answer a couple of questions that I've had over on Instagram, and then again in my personal life, and people that do watch me on here that have asked me certain questions about my diet. And I thought I'll just kind of like round it all up and get it all out there in one big fell swoop. So don't worry, I'm not going to like go on for a million years. I promise I really, really won't, even though we all know that I can do that. I promise I'll try not to. But yeah, so I did step on the scales on Monday and I got a loss. And I lost the whole of 1 pound. 1 pound. Yay. I know a loss is a loss. I know a loss is a loss. And I should be really happy that it's off and it's not on. But I'm not. I will be brutally honest. I am not happy with a pound loss. I'm really, really not. Because of what I'm doing to get this weight off, I'm not happy with it. I should have had more. I definitely should have had more. The week before that, if you caught that vlog, you'll know that I lost £2 the week before that. And I was on my period. And I lost £2. So why on earth last week did I only lose £1? Is it the fact that I'm not drinking as much water? I really don't think it's that. I really, really don't think it's that. I'm not putting it down to that. Did I eat over my calories? Hell no, I did not, because I track everything. I know my plan is set out, but I still put everything through NutriCheck, everything. The 4 things that I keep an eye on are my calories, my fibre, my protein and my carb content. Not because I'm intentionally trying to eat low carb, I just want to see what kind of carbs that I am eating. Because again, I do know that the higher the carbs, the more water weight you'll put on and etc. Again, geek, I've looked into it all, yeah, apologies. I literally watch everything that I'm eating, everything. So I know I've not gone over my calories. So why did I only get £1? I have no idea. Again, not impressed with it, but I need to not get myself in that frame of mind, because again, it is off. It's off. It's never to return again. It's gone forever. And it's better that I lost, even if it's £1, than maintaining or definitely not gaining. Because I think if I'd have gained, I'd have thrown the scales out of the window. That would have definitely happened. The Hulk would have taken over and them scales would have gone out of the window. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not going to let it deter me. I'm not going to, because I know that if I go, well, F it and press that button, I know if I do that, then come this Monday, I will 100% gain. 100%. There's no ifs, no buts. And then not only do I have all the weight that I've still left to lose, I've also got that additional weight as well to lose. So I'm not going to press any buttons and just blow it out of the water. I'm not going to. So I've stuck with it again this week, and I've continued to just plow on as you do and just have another good week. There's nothing standing in my way this week to get a good result. I'm doing everything that I should do still. So there's nothing actually getting in my way. I am going to be at work on Sunday for a long day. So I'm going to be there right up until 8:30 if I get out on time. That's if I'm lucky, because let's face it, very rare that I'm lucky to get out on time. So I am going to have to take all my food with me for that day, because when it's the night before weigh-in, again, I try and keep everything really, really consistent, and I like to stop eating by like 7:30. I still drink, obviously not alcohol, but I'll still drink, that's fine, but I do like to stop eating for 7:30, so that again, I'm just keeping it consistent, and then I weigh in the next day at 10 o'clock, and it's just consistent, because again, my OCD likes me to be like that. So yeah, that's my weighing results. So I am now 13 stone, 9.5 pound. I've lost 3 stone, 3.5 pound in total. And my goal weight is 11 stone at the moment. So I think I've got 2 stone, 11.5 pound now left to lose. So I am definitely on that downwards hill. I'm 100% getting towards my goal. Every single week that goes by, I am a step closer. And yeah, I don't mean to sound like a petulant child that's just spat a dummy out. I really, really don't. I know that sometimes this journey can just take a while, and it's not a straight line. It's got lots of twists and turns and ups and downs and all the in-between. Sometimes the light goes out, sometimes the light comes back on, and it's a journey. That's why it's a weight loss journey. It's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon. So I need to just keep that in my head. And every now and again, just give my head a wobble and say, Andrea, stop being an idiot. It's off. Let's just crack on. Keep going. Okay, so that's my weight loss this week. So I am really, really hoping. I would love £4 come Monday. I would love £4 to make up with what I didn't lose this week. Am I going to get it? I really don't think I am. I don't feel lighter. And again, I know it's only Thursday, but I don't feel any lighter. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. My body's going to do what it's going to do. And if it doesn't want to drop the weight as quick as I would like it to do, then sod you, body. No, I'm joking. I love my body. It's given me 4 beautiful babies. Hopefully it stays nice, happy and healthy. And I'm I'm rewarding my body by doing this because it doesn't want the extra weight on it. It doesn't want all that fat clogging my arteries or sticking to my organs. So it's given me 4 beautiful children, and now I'm rewarding my body by losing the weight and taking the pressure off it. And hopefully it'll stay nice and happy and healthy for a very, 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 very long time, until I'm like 1,000,000 years old. Fingers crossed. Oh, could you imagine what I'd look like at 1,000,000 years old? Not pretty. Anyway, so that's that bit done and dusted. She says she's not going to talk for 1,000,000 years, and I'm at 21 minutes already. But I've had a couple of concerns, shall we say, coming from a lovely place, not coming from a malicious or anything like that side of things. Definitely coming from a caring place, but definitely concerns about me being on this diet, basically, and about me trying to drop the weight so quickly, which again I can understand, because past me, anybody that said that I'm doing this, I would have gone, you're doing what? Are you actually joking me? How are you going to survive? Is it healthy? You shouldn't do that. You're going to put all the weight back on. I would have said the exact same thing. So the stuff that is being said to me is what would have come out of my mouth if it wasn't me doing it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've got a few people that are concerned that what I'm doing isn't healthy, and that me dropping the weight so quickly, I'm just going to put it all back on, because I'm going to go back to a normal way of eating after I've restricted myself so much, and I'm going to put all the weight back on. So again, if you know me, or if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I look into absolutely everything. I research the shit, apologies for the swearing, I research the crap out of anything that I'm going to do. I look into the pros, the cons, the in-betweens, the stuff that's not said with the diet. So yes, I'm dropping the weight really, really quickly, or I'm trying to drop the weight really, really quickly. Yes, I am restricting myself quite a bit. Completely understand. I feel like my body has found its rhythm now. I don't get those food like, obviously I want to eat certain things, I get that side of things, but that constant hunger is no longer there. I'm quite satisfied off of what I'm eating. My body has just genuinely got used to eating in this way. I'm finding that I can quite easily, I'll just get up in the morning, I'll have a couple of coffees, I can quite easily make it right through until 2 o'clock sometimes before I start feeling hungry, which again, it's a little bit like intermittent fasting in a way, isn't it? Which a lot of people do promote and do like to do. I think I've just naturally gone into that kind of way rather than actually doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I wake up one morning and I'm hungry, I will eat. So I'm not being strict with anything like that. I'm not actually purposely doing intermittent fasting. But yeah, I can quite easily go that amount of time and then eat. I found my groove. Yes, I'm dropping the weight quite quickly, but once I do get to my target weight, I'm going to do this. I'm going to see this out until I get to target. That's my plan. I'm not going to increase my calories before I get to my target. I'm going to stay there. And then when I do get to my target, then I'll, what you call, step up. I'll step up and I'll take my calories up to a little bit higher. My metabolism will slowly work itself back up again. I'll do what a thing is called reverse dieting, basically. I'll reverse diet. And usually what happens in that period is that you slowly introduce more calories into your diet. You do it for a couple of weeks. You introduce different foods into your diet with the increase of calories. You do it for a couple of weeks. When your body has got used to it and you're still like either maintaining or losing a little bit of weight, because again, you're still going to be in a calorie deficit, then you can increase your calories again, and you step up a little bit more, increase your calories, introduce more food into your diet, and you just slowly do that until you get to a point where you're at maintenance calories, and then you're not losing, you're not gaining, you're just maintaining. And that is my plan. I'm going to do this reverse dieting, and again, I've looked into it all. I promise you, I have looked into it all, how to do it, and I've got a plan that I've wrote down, again, geek, that I've wrote down for when I do get to target. And I am more than happy, and obviously I will be sharing this journey. So even when I get to target, it's not going to be like, right, I'm slim now, see you later everyone, bye, and then off I pop to live my new slim life. I'm not going to do that, because I know that there's a lot of people on here that are trying to lose weight the same, and then they'll be in a similar boat, that then they'll get down to target and then they'll be like, what the hell do I do now? And so hopefully me still putting these kind of vlogs out and showing how I'm reverse dieting and how I'm increasing my calories and the trials and tribulations with it, and then getting to a maintenance level and living at maintenance, hopefully that'll help people that are in the same boat as me and see that it can be done. To any naysayers out there that are like, oh, you'll put it all back on, give you a year and you'll be right back to square one plus some blah blah blah, which again, as much as I've had a lot of questions personally spoken to me with concern coming from a really lovely place, I do know that behind my back, they've not said it to my face, because they probably know better than to do that, but they've not said it to my face, but I do know that there will be people that will be saying it behind my back, like, oh, give her a year, she'll put it all back on, and she'll have more to lose, and she'll be right back at square one, and she'll be at Slimming World, she'll be at Weight Watchers, whatever. I know that I'm going to have people saying that. But I like to prove people wrong. So watch this space, because I really don't think I will be. I really, really don't. I don't. Because I'm going to do things right. Because like I say, I'm going to look after my body now. You know, it's served me well for all this time that I have been revolving around on the planet, circling the sun. It has served me well, and I would like it to serve me for a very, very long time yet. So I'm going to treat it like it should have been treated from the very beginning. Better late than never, as they say. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to put all the weight back on. I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen. So people can say what they want to say. And if you're finding yourself in a similar boat, say the same thing back to them, that you're looking after yourself now. And if they don't believe you and they think that that's what's going to happen, then they're entitled to their opinion. Keep it to themselves, because you don't want to hear that kind of negativity. And just watch this space, because, you know, proof is in the pudding and you'll prove it. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm going to do when I do get to target. So anyone that is concerned, or anyone that's in a similar boat and don't know what they're going to do when they get to target and they're really frightened of putting all the weight back on, then just jump on board. Let's do this together, and we'll get to target, and then we'll reverse diet, and then we'll maintain, and watch how it can be done. Because there's so much stuff out there to read up on about reverse dieting and restabilizing your metabolism, and yeah, just getting it to work for you. There's so much stuff. I think a lot of people, I think the downfall with it is a lot of people go back to normal eating. And again, I hate doing air quotes, but it deserves it, because normal eating, when people say you're going back to normal eating is fat Andrea normal eating. That is me having several takeaways a week, eating a full 12-inch pizza to myself, plus garlic bread, plus chips, plus full fat mayo and ketchup, and drinking pop and everything like that. It's having curries with chapatis and naan breads and poppadoms and rice and everything. It's eating deep fried chips all the time and throwing in really quick dinners, piling everything that I have to eat with cheese, adding butter to my pasta. Yes, I was that person that would add butter to her pasta. A lot of it. Adding butter and cream to my mashed potatoes. That is normal eating. But that's not going to be my new normal of eating. Obviously, if I go back to that style of eating, I'm going to put the weight on. Of course I am. Who can eat like that and doesn't put weight on? I don't know one single person on the planet that can do that. So, of course, I'll put the weight back on if that's how I go back to eating. But I'm not going to. I'm going to go back to my new normal way of eating, which will be still calorie counting, but calorie counting at a maintenance. I will eat whatever the hell I want. Don't get me wrong. I will still be very mindful of my protein. Keep my protein nice and high. Keep my fibre nice and high. Because again, the health benefits with those two are immense. But I'm not going to keep an eye on my carbs. I won't keep an eye on my fat. I won't really keep an eye on my sugar. But I do know that if I'm in a calorie deficit, and, well, not a calorie deficit, even a calorie maintenance, sorry, I should have said, then I do know that naturally my fat will be quite low. It'll be in its normal range, but it'll be quite low, and my sugar will be low, because in order for you to eat healthily, that's naturally what's going to happen. So yeah, that's going to be my normal, not fat Andrea normal. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was amazing while it lasted, but like we do say, nothing can last forever, and that way of eating can't either, because then I won't last forever. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I think I've talked your ear off enough, and if you've made it to the end of this, blooming heck, you deserve a gold star. You really, really do, and a medal while we're at it, because I love to talk. But anyway, I am going to love you and leave you. So again, apologies that it's late out, but again, better late than never. I've managed to use that saying quite a few times in this vlog. I'm so sad. I need more hobbies. But yeah, I will catch up with you on Monday. I have full intentions of jumping straight on after I've weighed in my usual spot. So if I don't see you before, I will see you then. I hope you're having an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you can do, that would be amazeballs. It will help my channel out massively. And yeah, I would really love to have you in our little community, because it's a bloody fab one. Everyone that comments, posts, likes, honestly, you're an amazing little community, and I love you all bunches. I really, really do. So anyway, I'm going to stop being sloppy. I'm going to take my backside into Asda and get the bits that I need, and then go home to the madness. Yay! Anyway, like I say, if I don't see you before, I will see you on Monday. So take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.